everyone, it's the Tides Changing here, and welcome to part 9 of Let's Build a Shopping District. The first thing that I worked on was moving the bathroom to the basement because Maggie and Xenwing said that they felt like the bathrooms were too small for this size of a store and that it may work well to expand the basement and put them down there, which was a pretty good idea, so I went ahead and just expanded the basement a little bit underneath of the bakery because I do want to use the basement underneath the store next door. So I didn't want it to expand out in that direction, but I first put in the stalls, so I knew I got 3 stalls in each of the bathrooms, and then I wanted to make sure I had the right size area outside of that for the sink and everything. I use the same flooring, walls, and lighting that I did in the bathroom upstairs. I just really like the color scheme that I had up there, and I think the dark blue walls do look a little bit better down here since there is more space. Although in the stalls themselves, as you'll see in a little bit, I do use the white walls because I felt like if I used the dark electric blue in there, it could be a little bit too dark for the space. And here I go putting the electric blue walls all around the rest of the bathroom except for the wall where the sink's gonna be. I did put the white wall there, and then I was trying to figure out how exactly to go about doing the hallway down to the bathroom. Because I didn't want to just have white walls down there, so I used the gray walls, and then I felt like there needed to be some sort of separation, so I just went ahead and used the columns. I also got rid of one of the tablet displays and replaced it with a plant, because there didn't really need to be 2 tablet displays, and with the hallway there, I figured it'd be a little bit too cramped. Like, you probably wouldn't want to have a display where people are looking at stuff right in the path to go to the bathroom. Before the counters, I just went with black counters. I was going for a modern look in the bathroom, much like how the rest of the store is, and I put the big, huge 3-tile wide mirrors there, which kind of defeated the purpose of having an accent wall there. Not too big of a deal. And then you have the soap dispensers next to, in between the sinks, and then paper towel dispensers on either side. I figured there should be a trash can. Normally, you would have the trash cans near the doors, but there's more going on next to the door. Like, if I put the trash can over there, it would either block a sink or the door to one of the stalls, so I just put it over against the other wall. But now I'm going upstairs and getting rid of the bathrooms up there. Getting rid of the bathrooms did open up a lot of space, and it also made it so I could use those walls to display items on. So for upstairs, Alexa suggested that I make the register face the paintings, because normally you wouldn't walk into a store and be facing the back of the whoever's on the register, so I just went ahead, switched where the entrance into that area is, and then Super Seal said that rather than having a plant behind there, I should have a bar stool, so I just put it in the corner, kind of like it's something that whoever's at the register can pull over if they want to sit in it. And then a few of you said that I should add in some cups with pencils and also the business card items, and then Robert suggested putting in a book display because sometimes furniture stores such as IKEA do have little books you can look through to look at all the furniture. And then Sean also suggested that I put a fire extinguisher back by the register area. So right now I'm getting rid of some of the plants because, like, the most common suggestion was to get rid of a bunch of plants. Like, there were so many comments saying way too many plants, which I kind of saw coming because I did put way too many plants, but kind of what happened was I did the picture wall, like the area where the picture was, and then I sort of lost steam, and what to put where wasn't coming to me quite as easily after that, so I just sort of defaulted to putting plants, because I just, that happens sometimes. Sometimes you're building and the creative juices are flowing and it just comes to you so easily what to put where, but then other times you just kind of struggle and you just stare for a while trying to figure out what to do. So that's what happened to me after I put in all the paintings, but I really wanted to finish the part at the time I was working on it. Sorry about that. I probably should have taken a break once I got to the point where I was having trouble figuring out what to do, but hopefully it looks good to you all after these changes. I personally think it looks so much better and I'm much happier with it, but as you can see I did put in a mirror wall, which was requested by a lot of you. I was going to put floor mirrors underneath the shelves, but I found that they were too tall, but then I also found that if I deleted the walls and then put the taller wall mirrors on the floor, that when I put the wall back in they would stay there, so it looks like they're propped up, which I think looks pretty cool. As far as the clock wall goes, a lot of you said that you wanted to see a more random display. Sammy JJ suggested a circular presentation, which I did try, but I couldn't quite get the circle to look right. I did cut it out because I spent a lot of time on it and I ended up scrapping it, but I couldn't quite get them to look like they were actually in a circle, and it just didn't turn out quite right, so I just went with a regular old random display. Right now I'm pulling out a bunch of decorations, like larger decorations that I figure I could put somewhere in the shop because quite a few of you also said that I should use some statues, but right now what I'm working on is the plant display because I did want to have some plants in there because, some people like to decorate their homes with fake plants, so I figured it would still work well to have plants on display somewhere, but this is the only part where I left plants. And I think it's fine to have just one wall that has decorative plants. So up on the shelves, I put some of the smaller plants, and then I did put several different kinds of taller plants down on the floor. There goes a plant display that was in the window. I'll get to what I end up doing in that area in a minute. Right now I'm putting in a bunch of different floor plants underneath of the shelves, trying to use a variety of different colors, which is something I had a lot of fun with in the shop, because usually I don't use a whole ton of different colors in one area, but that's it for the plants on the floor. So right now I'm trying to work out what to do with the heap of statues that I placed in the middle of the room, although a couple of those were actually fancy floor lamps like that thing that I just stuck in the corner there. And then in the middle of the floor, I left that space turkey thing. I thought it could just be some really fancy, expensive piece in the center. Like one of those things that you walk into the store and you're just like, no way I would ever spend that much money. Because I've gone to stores before and I've seen stuff for like thousands of dollars and I'm just like, who would buy that? But yeah, so I had that black statue and then the fancy floor lamp next to it in the corner. And then right now moving on to what I'm doing with the entrance area. So what I decided to do was make sort of a mock setup, which was suggested by Yana, and they thought it would work well to have a mock display to give a sampling of what's inside of the store. So I did my best to do that within a 2x1 space. I mean, that's not a whole lot of space for a mock room. I did use the rope fence to kind of rope it off. You don't really want people walking in there, and I put some different floor tile. Thought that would give it some nice separation. If there were the very low platforms like there was in The Sims 3, I would have totally used those. But for the setup on the left, I just have an armchair and a nice modern lamp. And then for the other one, there's kind of a mini dining room setup. I could only fit in just one table and a chair. That's all I could stick in there. And some artwork as well to show that they also sell decorative stuff. So that's it that I did with that area. Just moved the book display because I thought maybe it should be in the corner. Now that this floor is all taken care of, I'm going to move upstairs. And what I was thinking for this floor was that one side of it could be for living room furniture and the other side could be for dining room furniture. And I don't think I'm going to have kitchen and bathroom sections just because those sections would take up a lot of room. And I want this to be a store that focuses more on comfort furniture like beds, chairs, couches, that sort of thing, and surfaces like, different kinds of tables. And I want to have plenty of space for the sections that I really want to do, which are living room, dining room, bedroom, and study. So I think it's best just to leave kitchen and bathroom stuff out of it because I don't want this to be an appliance and plumbing store. So first off, I'm going to create the little, I guess you could call them columns right here in the corners just to add a little bit of interest to the shape of the room. And then I'm going to put a wall along here just to make the space more usable since we can put things up against the walls like we did downstairs. Then I do, of course, need to get the lights. So I think we're good on the lighting. So now to get the flooring and the walls in. So I'm pretty excited to furnish this. I think I'm going to go for an IKEA kind of a style where you have couches and chairs on shelves up on the wall, which seems like it would, look kind of odd, but, for those of you who have been into IKEA, no, it looks pretty cool. Plus it does save space and allows me to show more chairs and stuff than I would be able to otherwise. So going down here, I do want to grab the brick. And hopefully this isn't deleting any of the move objects type stuff that I put up downstairs. Okay, let's make sure I got the other side. Yep, we're good. So this side's going to be the living room area. I think there needs to be a little bit more space for that. So I think right here we can have a couple of couches on shelves. In here can be like the mini setup, maybe couches over here, living chairs along here. I'm not going to be able to show a whole lot, unfortunately, but maybe I can also put some stuff on this wall. I did want to have one wall be for showing lamps. So, yeah, I do think more space is needed for the living room stuff. I would like to someday make a bigger furniture store than this, but I'm going to keep it to just modern furniture. Okay, so let's see. We can fit in this. Maybe we should go fancier. We should go with this. I think it would be better to do love seats. We can show this kind. We might only be able to fit 2 on the walls there. Okay, but let me get the shelving. See what size we need to have it be to fit. Okay, so we need to have it be like this size. So we can shove it into the wall here a little bit. Oh, okay, good. And then just raise this up. You know, I wonder if we could actually fit it. No, I don't think we can really fit in the 3-seat wide sofas, although I should. Yeah, let's move that down to there. Alright, and that is good. Sweet, so I think we can only fit in like 1 more couch. And hopefully this doesn't look too odd. I think we had to put it down that low. Let's see, I would like to be a little bit higher up. I could always move it to get it under the couch where it is here. And let's move that. Alright. I mean, I guess if you're putting couches on shelves, you would need some pretty big, sturdy shelves. And just gonna pull that away a little bit so it's not so bright. So we've got 2 couches over here. And then I'm gonna change the colors, go for something a little bit brighter. Let's do... I would like something that's solid. You know what, I'm not so sure about this couch. I might just use a different one instead. Let's go with a bright yellow, maybe? I always avoid the bright yellow stuff, so maybe I should just do that here. Just go bright. I think I'm going to use a different couch. I'm not quite feeling that one. Okay, that one's going to be outside. We could always just go with the cheapy couch. This does seem like something that would be in an IKEA store, because they tend to have pretty blocky furniture. Not that I'm really trying to recreate IKEA here. Okay, so let's put that there. Try and find a nice bright color, I think. That works. That looks nice. Actually, can we get this even lower? Sweet. That's nice. And let's get some ginormous shelves over on the other side, and that couch is overhanging a little bit. Alright, that looks good. Okay, so let's try getting this over here on the other side. I don't know why this has been... It's like this save file, it's a little bit slower for some reason. In case any of you are noticing the annoying lagging that's going on. So I'll probably have to move that shelf up a little bit more once I get the couch on it. We could do this one. Let's just put that there. Go for a nice bright color if we can. We've got orange, red. I think a red could be nice. And what else do we have? Oh, we should include the get to work one. Alright, so actually I think I moved it up a little bit more, like that. Okay, I think that's good. As far as coloring goes, purple and red don't exactly look that great together. I don't know, maybe it would look better if I had 2 of these over here in different colors and then 2 of these over here in different colors. Just cause, well, maybe this one. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get rid of these and then drag this over here. Get that all turned around. Okay, yeah. I don't know, for some reason I didn't really like those styles for the store. So I think it'll be good to just, that the store can have a few different styles of chairs and couches. So we can show off this kind in a couple different colors. What do we want to do? We can do purple. Purple and yellow kind of nice together. And then over here, we could have this one up. Went too far with that. Okay, so let's bring this one up. And as far as the color goes, maybe a fuchsia. I guess that's a fuchsia, yeah. Yeah, we could have a, maybe we should actually have just like a regular color. Yeah, we can go with black. Not everyone likes crazy colored furniture. So then for these walls here, so if we do that, it's a little bit too big, so I can't exactly have living chairs stacked up against the wall. You know what? It might be better if I have this side over here be for the lamps. Lamps will actually look like they fit on this side shelf, and then have the living chairs over along this wall. Yeah, that probably would work a little bit better, so I think do something in between like this. Yeah, I'll have to figure out it exactly once I actually start getting things in here. Okay, so we can go with that. Go to lighting, see what kinds of table lamps we want to put in. I think this one would work really well. Hopefully I will not need to change the wall color in here, because otherwise all these lamps will be deleted. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's do some nice funky colors. And see what other kind of more modern lamps I want to have in here. Okay, so we can definitely do a couple of these. Okay, this shelf's done. We do need to scoot this one up a little bit more. Yeah. That looks fine. Okay, so for this one, let's do a lighter color like this, and then we can fit one more lamp in here. We can try this type. Alright, we've got both of those in there, so let's figure out the colors. I think I'm just going to go with silver and black rather than having the red. The red's a little much with all the other colors going on. Okay, let's scoot you apart a little bit. I'm not sure what to do about curtains, like whether there should be any. We could just go with plain white, just straight. I mean, it is a furniture store, so I guess maybe they'd want to show off the kind of curtains they have. But it would look weird if I just had a different kind of curtain on each window. So I'll get some over here. Okay, that's all good. So getting back over here to the lamp section. Okay, so now to figure out what other kinds of table lamps we can fit here. Ooh, we could do that one, maybe on the top shelf. This one would be pretty neat to put in. Alright, everything looks good with these two. Let's just move this up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's enough space for that little light. And then, as far as the color goes, let's go for a nice white and a darker color. And now that I think about it, shorter curtains would probably be better here. Those ones just seem like a little bit too much. Yeah, I think this is a bit better. For the top shelf, I can go with this one. The table lamp display is all done. I did change out the branch ones because they were a little bit too tall and I had trouble fitting these in. I'm still not sure how I feel about the curtain situation here, so I would love to hear from you all what you think I should do as far as curtains for the store. Maybe it would be best just not to have any. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. For the time being, I will just get rid of them because it just, I don't know, something about it just doesn't really seem right. Seems a little bit too busy. I did also want to have some floor lamps in here. Don't think I'm going to be able to fit any under here unless I use these chess piece ones, which, not so sure about that. But I can put a couple of them on the ground in front of the windows. That could be where I have those. So let's fit in a couple of this kind right here. Alright, that looks pretty good. So let's go for a bright blue to match the couch, and maybe a bright pink color, or a green, or a... Ooh, I like that color. Okay, so we'll have those two. And then, what's another one? This one's pretty modern, but I don't really like it. This one is pretty nice and simple. So we can just fit, let's just fit in 3 of these right here. Alright, I think that's good. So we'll pick, let's go with the blue. And not sure, I mean, I feel like red doesn't really tie in that well with the colors in here. So yeah, we'll go with that. And then a couple more of a different kind over here. Yeah, I guess I'll just use this one. Maybe we just have a couple of them put in like this. Alright, so just move that. Definitely going to change it to something other than red. Okay, that looks good. We can do another bright blue and I think a green. It could make it look a little bit better to have a brighter color on this wall here, but unfortunately I'm pretty sure it'll delete all these lamps and all these couches, so I don't really want to mess with that right now. But I will have a little mock living room display right here, so I think we'll go with the... Okay, now actually let's go over here to sofas, go with the 3-seater version of this, actually, or maybe we should go with this. Yeah, we'll go with this. Alright, so we can just stick it here and perhaps have the same bright blue color that's right here. Yeah, so we can do that. Have a chair. Let's go with this one. It will be a teensy bit crowded in here. Actually, let me scoot this a little bit further away from that so that Sims can actually get back there. And maybe I don't want to go with that one. Since this chair is a little bit smaller, takes up less space. So we can just put that there. Maybe do the black color to kind of go with the scheme we have up here. Yeah, I think it looks fine. And I'll save this for over here to put up against the wall. This can be our little living chair wall. Maybe this also, or this could be for dining chairs. Oh wait, no, I could do end tables over here, or coffee tables, or something like that. Okay. Yeah, so this is gonna be a little bit of a cramped space. And then over on this side, a love seat would be nice, so we'll just throw that in. Perhaps black. Yeah, we can just go with a black color and have a black and blue theme right here. You know, instead of having this right here, might look a little bit better to have it out here. That would be a little bit less crowded. The thing is, Sims aren't going to be able to purchase this stuff anyway. They're just going to be able to purchase this. But at least there will be some furniture that they can actually buy. But some of this will be for show. I'm just having fun with this and experimenting, trying different things. We do want to have a rug here for this little mock living room setup. The black color does look nice. Maybe we want to go a little bit brighter, go with a... I think I'm going to go with a gray for this. Yeah, I think that looks fine. And then a coffee table, of course. So for the coffee table, I'm just going to go with the glass one. Don't want to have anything too busy with everything else that's going on around here. So we can do that, and then we want to get an end table. I think I'll just have an end table here and a floor lamp over here. So we'll keep it simple, just go with this one. You know what, I actually sort of liked how the black rug looked more. And then over here, we should definitely have a lamp. So I'm going to go with this one. Actually, maybe this one. Yeah, let's go with this one. If this is too busy, I can always just get rid of this little mock display, but I thought it could be kind of neat to throw that in. So let's have another plant here. We can go in a green color. So I think that's enough for this. Don't want to have too much going here. So moving on from that, I'll get the living chair display over here. I do have to size this up one more time. Okay, so we got a ginormous shelf. Okay, let's get another level of it. I think right there is fine. I can always adjust it a little bit more later on. So I can fit like 3 each of each kind of chair on this. So we can have a couple, like 3 different colors of a few different kinds of chairs. Okay, actually let's move that up one. Now that these are all up, let's pick the colors. So we can go for, ooh, let's go for a nice bright green. Actually, I don't know about the yellow over here. Maybe we just want to do, yeah, let's do that color instead. So we can do that. Let's do a purple, and then let's just have this one be white. A nice neutral color. Okay, so I'm gonna have a couple of these chairs up here. So this store doesn't have a huge selection of different kinds of chairs and such, but I don't really have space for a huge selection. I could always have like each chair be a different kind, but it just might be a little bit too much if I have a ton of different kinds of chairs and a bunch of different kinds of styles. Like, it just looks a little bit neater this way, which is why I'm doing that. So one of these should be black. Let's make this one over here black, and then gotta have the bright blue, I was about to call green, and perhaps orange maybe for this one. How does orange look with everything else? Not so sure about that. Maybe just a nice, well, let's go for a nice white for this. Or we could go for purple. Let's do purple. Over on this side, I'm going to do an end table display, and then in the center, I'll fit in a couple different kinds of coffee tables. So let's size the shelf up once again, stick this one on the bottom, size this one up, and move it, I think here's fine, here. So I'm going to put in a few of these. I think this one came in some colors like black and stuff. Yeah, okay, it does. So this one's good. Okay, so we'll go with that. We'll go with a black and then a nice rich brown. Alright, that looks pretty snazzy. Getting a little bit busy looking in here, but I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. Not a whole lot of room for the dining room stuff. Okay, what about the other kind of end table? Maybe just this. Alright, the tables are in, so it is color picking time. I'm going to go with the same kind of color as what's underneath, except let's go for that one. A little bit different. Okay, cool. Lots of furniture. Okay. And I guess I will still put some coffee tables in the center. Maybe just a couple. Like, we could have maybe like 2 of these. Oh, this one, ugh, I don't like any of the colors it comes in other than white. So let's put one there. Okay, so this was from Perfect Patio stuff, but it does work pretty well. So I'll just have these 2 in the center here. Keep that white. Go with... There was a little sign. I keep forgetting to put in the for sale signs. Or, you know, like these things. But we could put one of those here. Actually, I'm gonna fill up the slots and then place it in the center between the 2. Okay, so what I'm actually gonna do is... Okay, so move those. Move this over. It should stay at the same height, I believe. Let's make sure the center actually turn on the grid. Okay, yeah, that's about center. And then when I move the tables back, it will stay in the same position. So we can have it half on each table. I think that would look a little bit nicer. Sweet, so it's just kind of sitting there bounced on the 2. I would like to change the color though. Okay, what do we got? I like this one. Some of you are probably going to think this store's a little bit too busy and ask me to take some of this out, which I can do if a lot of you really think that. Oh, let's get rid of these. This unfortunately doesn't leave a lot of space for the dining stuff, so I can have shelves on either of these walls with some different kinds of dining chairs, then put some of the small one-tile fitting chairs along here, and maybe have enough room out here for a sort of mock setup. So I'll see what I can do with that. So let's just make these shelves jumbo sized again. Okay, is that shoving through out to the other side? Okay, no, looks like we're good. So it's going to be a bit of a tight fit getting up the stairs. Super size. Actually, we can move that in a little bit more. Okay, good. Alright, so we can fit a couple, like maybe like 4 different kinds of chairs in. I think that's a good height. Alright, sweet. So that's all the shelves we need for there. Let's look at that. Cool, looks good. Okay, so now to get the dining chairs, go back to the comfort category and pick this. So I do want to have this kind of chair definitely, because I did have that in the little window showcase area. And I'm actually not going to move it up at all, which will make it so that the Sims can actually purchase it. And I probably should do that with all the bottom items. That would look fine if I were to do this. So we'll just have a couple of these. Let's keep with the bright blue theme and this coloring. Up above that, let's have this chair. That works pretty well for the kind of theme I want to have. As for the colors of these, I think having one in a purple, if possible, would be good. And yep, we can. Alright, so I'll go with purple, maybe a black for the other one. There we go, that's actually black. Yeah, we'll go with purple and black, and this should probably be moved away a little bit. It's a little bright there. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. And is that the... Okay, yeah, that is a darker purple. So for over here, I do have to pick out some other kinds of tables. Ooh, how about this? Should definitely have the bubble chair. I guess we can just leave that one kind of down the ground a little bit. Yeah, I think it looks fine like that. Up here, what do I want to use? I could try this chair here. Yeah, I think this one looks fine. And as for the colors, what looks sleek and modern? Ooh, that looks nice. And then maybe a brighter color. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty cool. So those are the colors for that. And then a few different types of dining room tables in here. Okay, so surfaces. No, this was dining room tables. So I believe this one was the one I had in the little display down there. Yep, okay, it is. So we definitely want to include it up here. And then this one, I think a nice black color would look pretty good since there's so much white. Let's add in this one. This one's pretty sweet and modern looking. And what else? Actually, let's group these two together, put in a second one of these. Let me see if there's some smaller retail signs that I can put up here. I couldn't find anything that really fit on the walls, but I could throw in another one of these and just stick it on top of this table. Rotate a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go with... Ooh, let's go with that one. It might be best just to leave these walls blank. I could also put paintings up there. Let me know what you think of that. But I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit of a display here. Maybe I could fit in this big of one, just have 4 chairs around it. Okay, so what kind of chair? Maybe something... Well, I didn't really like any of the other ones I didn't use. I could have... Let's see how crazy it looks if I have one of each kind of chair. How ridiculous would this look? Or I could just have one chair but in a bunch of different colors. That could also look pretty cool. If I'm going to do this, I should probably have what looks like a proper setup. So I do really like this chair, so this is what I'm going to go with. I'm just going to have 4 of them. We can put a rug underneath of it. Maybe a nice little fruit bowl or flower pot in the center. Actually, I kind of like the look of plants more than fruit bowls. So that's the way I'm going to go. So we can put this one right here in the center. Not crooked. Come on. There we go. Ah! Okay, good. What color? Let's go with green. Yeah, okay. That looks good. Get a rug under there, and there we go. That's our little fake setup. Maybe something different than that. That's a little bit too much. Ooh, I could put in this one. Since there's so many other colors in the room, I'm just going to leave this at black and white. And for the time being, I'm going to move on from this whole area right here, put some stuff out here, since I did say previously that I wanted to show some outdoor furniture here. Let me know what you think of this, especially over here, because I feel like this is a little bit bare, but then some of you might be feeling like it's best just to leave the walls empty so things don't get too crazy. But then again, this side looks a lot busier, so maybe I do want other stuff. So yeah, love to hear what you guys think of that. So out here, oh, when did that happen? Please don't delete stuff. Please don't delete stuff. Okay, okay, good. It's not going to delete anything. I would cry if I just went and deleted. Okay, good. That was it changing inside. But I would seriously cry or scream if it just deleted everything in here. Oh, God, I don't want to do that over again. So, for out here, I'm going to go with some of the perfect patio stuff furniture. Definitely a good opportunity to use it. I just really love the outdoor furniture that came with it. Okay, so this is the table. We can have a little setup with it over here. And what color? I think just sticking with the white is fine. And then as far as the seating around it, we can have a bunch of the chairs, but in some other colors. I can switch out the colors a little bit. And I'm going to move this a little bit away from the door. So what do I want to do? I'm going to do brown, this, that. This might look a little bit crazy. Oh, there we go. Here. I don't know about that. I mean, if you guys feel like this looks better, definitely go back to it. But I think going with the blue coloring to add a splash of color to the exterior of this building would be pretty good, because it is mainly neutral colors other than the reds. So yeah, I think this would be pretty cool to add. So I think right here, I'm going to add the fruit bowl. Let me just search for fruit. Bowl of fruit. That is exactly what we want. We'll stick that in the center. Oh, maybe some of the sauce bottle decorations. Let me just search for, use the handy dandy search feature and to go for perfect patio. Okay, well, I'll just stick that out here because I will be wanting to use that. Let's have some sauce bottles out here, just like fake sauce bottles to show off what it could be like. I don't know, maybe I won't use that there. I do also want to include the grill that came with it. Where is that? That is in appliances. Right. Grill. So I'm going to put this grill right here. I did want to have the bar, but there isn't really enough room to fit in a bar. And using the Move Objects cheat, let me just move this up here for show. And put this up on the other side. I'm not going to put a table out here. Okay, cool. I could fit in some of the bar stools. Okay, so where is it? That would be in miscellaneous right here. Okay, so we can just include a couple of these for show. We'll go with some different coloring than we did over there. Yeah, we'll go with the black and white. Ooh, maybe some ottomans there. Unfortunately, I was hoping there would be enough room for the couches. I mean, what was I thinking? Of course there wouldn't be enough room, but we could fit in an ottoman. And then as for the color, let's go with, no, not red, maybe something a little bit more neutral. Like, ooh, I like that. That's going to be all the furnishing that I do in this part, but I do want to go inside for one last look. Next time I will of course be furnishing the upstairs, which will be for bedroom furniture / study furniture. But going down into here, it is a little busy, so one thought I had is that it may look better without the mock room display, so I'm just going to get rid of these and show you all so you can make that decision. So this is this side over here without the mock living room setup. It may actually look a little bit better because it may have been getting to be a little bit too much. So I'm going to take this one that's over here out as well so you can all see that. So this is this side without it. Let me know if you think it looks better with or without the mock room displays. I will just leave them in for the time being so that if a lot of you do say that you like them, it's, I don't have to go and redo it. Not that this really took a lot of time to do, but I'll leave it in. Let me know whether you want these to stay or not. I'm kind of leaning towards getting rid of them because it is a little bit much with this in here. I'm going to be ending this part here. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and bye!